take the work that I do with a huge amount of responsibility, and I know that everybody here does as well. As designers, builders, operators, developers of buildings, we have to constantly keep in mind that the biggest and most important thing that we can do for the planet is on every project think of how we can make it better. And it's from that perspective that I have started, that I long ago started to dissect what's going on in buildings and how can we improve it. And my perspective has typically been not how can we incrementally improve it in small ways. I'm looking for dramatic ways to improve it, because we all know that we need to come up with buildings that don't use 3% less energy than they use today. We need to come up with buildings that use half the energy of what they use today, and we're not going to get there with small incremental improvements. We really need innovation. Sometimes the simple solution is innovative in and of itself, and when we start talking and thinking about innovation, it's not always the more complex and expensive and high-tech system that's the right answer. People want efficient buildings, there's no doubt about it. The problem is oftentimes they can't pay more for it. We need to be creative on finding ways to make efficiency affordable, and that's where, when we think about the building envelope, we think about some of these initial things, they're much cheaper than adding more gear that's more expensive. As an engineer, when I work on projects, the innovative thing that I bring to the table oftentimes is not about the latest gadget, but it's about, we need to talk about the envelope in an integrated way. And oftentimes, owners, developers, architects, they'll go, well, you're the heating and cooling guy. We'll call you back when, we're ready. And I say, no, you can't do that. One way of looking at it is the size of the mechanical system in a building, the size of a heating and cooling system in a building is a measure of how poor the design is. The larger the system, the worse the building is. We need to be designing buildings where the goal is a very small mechanical system because the building itself is fundamentally efficient.